live.
And we live. Check them out. Welcome to the podcast for those who's tuned in. This is episode 4. We thank you for tuning in. I am Michael the Messiah. Pardon me for I am drinking some Heineken right now. Tired as... School ends in 2 more weeks. Hype for that.
It's your boy. I'm not FaceTiming because I never thought about facing time. Skype me.
Ooh,
I don't know.
Deep.
That was whack.
Deep. If we had the soundboard, this is what you're gonna hear. You're gonna hear that's some poetic justice right there.
Fuck Drake.
Big to them, brother. And you guys already know one of our past guests, who's also a part of this podcast. We got Nino back on the show.
Don't even worry about it, bro. How you been this week? You been chilling? Mm-hmm. A little suspicious. Mm-hmm.
Lars Alexanderson, Devil Chin.
That's wild.
Get ready for the next battle.
I never understood people who do that. What's the point in stealing it?
And in
He
fact,
stole
not
it
too
from
long
Marshall,
ago, you say you've met James Franco.
How
James
was that?
Franco.
That's James Franco.
On some fanboy stuff. Alright. Sounds like what he would say.
Kiana, you're what's the thing he says in the E3 thing? You're unbelievable or you're breathtaking. Nah. What? He was a point. Lucky him. You're breathtaking. I would say that's Taraji every day of my life, and I still don't get nothing. I'm not even a hello back. Was he going to like support something, or was he going to actually be in something? Dope. Shout out Kylo Ren, cause I'm definitely going to see that. Tickets are on sale and they're already sold out, and I'm kind of hurt. I'm going as a squad. I'm going by myself. I'm going as a lion. I'm going as Kylo. I'm going as everybody. I'm going with y'all, without y'all. I'm going when I die. I'm going. Actually, bro, when I saw that the tickets were on sale, the minute I saw that, I looked, they are all gone. The only thing available are handicap seats, and I'm totally willing to fall out like the window on like the third floor just a little bit, real quick. Get a wheelchair, and I'm good. Hey man, just a little bit. You know, put some plants out. Go to spray them real quick. Slip. You know, land on my back. Bow. Star Wars tickets. But nah. That'd be lit. Yo, you don't even want to talk to me about that right now. Makai gonna be sitting here by himself. Talking about something, I don't know what's going on here. Who did he do
Oh,
it
so
with
it's
though?
like, what's her name from Naruto?
You know.
They
You don't
just
have
gave
that,
her
but
a
it's not
purpose
the
for her
same.
power. Because she was very useless in the show.
Relax.
Very useless.
Relax. Ino's Bay.
I
No,
mean,
playing.
Ino had
She's
a
trash.
better character base than Sakura, but and she has done more than Sakura has ever done. However, she is still useless.
Yo, actually, you know what? Let's kill that argument right now. And to kill the argument, all I'm gonna say is this: the top 5 people to compete against Dragon Ball characters from Naruto, excluding
We're going back to
Naruto and
this.
Sasuke.
Shouts out to you, Xiankok, because you started this debate.
This is all him. The top 5 dudes is Nagato, Tobirama, Hiroshima. I forgot his name. That's the wrong name. That's the wrong name. Wrong name. Madara and Nagato. I think that was 5.
You said Nagato already.
And Kisame. That was who I meant.
That
Those
so
are the-
Nagato is that badass. Like you gotta mention him
I
3
gotta
times
mention
out of
him
5
like
people.
7 times, bro. He's
Now
really,
see, these are all
he's
because me.
really
I'm
the
still
only
new
person.
to Naruto. Don't hate me. I'm new to Naruto. I just finished season 6, season 7, almost done with season 7, in fact. So he's most likely talking about characters from Shippuden because I have not even seen half of those characters he just named.
Basically.
So I can't wait for that. You know, you already know my favorite, Gata.
My fault.
Top
His name was
5. He
Hashirama.
he top 3, hands down.
Um,
No talking, straight to action. That's what I like. No talking, just get straight to the action.
He would
That's
be
what I meant.
suitable, but what happens to him very, very early on in Shippuden 2 kind of takes him away from that, unfortunately. But Nagato, Madara, Hashirama, Tobirama, and Kisame are like the top 5 dudes that's not Naruto Sasuke who can compete. And not to like damper you or tell you why, but I'm gonna tell you why. Hashirama, I feel like got it. He's literally like the wooden god. Like he is the planet. He can demolish anything. And no
So he's better
spoilers,
than
but I'm gonna
Toph
spoil it again.
from Avatar, Last
Nagato literally can control like I wouldn't particularly say gravity, but he can kill. Well, actually, you know what? I just said gravity, and I just killed all my I just killed everything. Goku just trained in like 1,000 gravity and whatnot, so maybe Nagato might get body. Oh lord, never mind.
Regardless, they still getting spanked by Dragon Ball.
Basically,
It's a
Basically.
good thought though. It's a good thought. They might get smacked by some Baki characters.
I still haven't yet to watch that, but I plan on it eventually. But I will also recommend Keigen Ashura. Keigen Ashura is really dope. The way they fight in there is just absolutely wicked. It's a little too gross though, but it's just straight up dirt bag fighting. Oh, you see that dirt over there? Now it's in your eye. See that metal pipe that you missed? Right on your neck. So
Yeah, that sound like Baki.
I have to watch it now. I gotta see
Yeah,
that
it's a
now
good
because
show.
now I'm watching
I'm,
K and they sound the same.
Nah, you know what you need to watch? You need to watch BoJack Horseman. You
It's
need
not
to
even
stop playing around and watch that. That is an anime still. It's a cartoon.
It's an
It's an
animation.
anime. It's an animation. Yes.
Yeah, it's not no anime. Eat the cake.
Eat the cake, anime.
I still have yet to
So
watch
done,
that, bruh.
sis. Oh, you know what's been on my mind lately? First off, shouts out to Sony. The debate
Yo,
is over.
do
There
not
is
shout
no
them
more
out.
reaching.
For what?
PlayStation got it. You can't no more. They won the Guinness World Record for best-selling console brand in their 25th anniversary. And it's just it's amazing, you know, like for me growing up, my first system, like my first actual gaming console, not talking about handhelds here, just talking about a home-based console, was the PlayStation 1. So I grew up with PlayStation. I've dabbled with Xbox. I still have my Xbox One, but I don't really play with it too much. The reason why I even have the system is because I want to go back to like the originals, the greats, you know, like GTA 4, Bully, you know, etc. Like, and yes, for those who claim, oh, there's Bully, you got Bully on PlayStation 2, blah blah blah. Nah, it don't work that way.
It's not
Like
the
the Bully that they have
Scholarship edition.
on PlayStation is not the Scholarship Edition, which is one of my favorites because of the extra content. I'll give you this quote by the CEO Jim Ryan, and former CEO Ken, what's his last name? Kutaragi or something like that. They were saying how they're like, oh, we're thrilled to be certified as the best-selling home video game console brand ever, with over 450 million units sold across the original PlayStation, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and PlayStation 4 as of November 7th, according to GWR. You know, and that was a tweet on last Tuesday, and it's crazy because if you really think about it, going back at the charts, PlayStation 2 servers, they closed down in what, like the last server closed down maybe 2016. Like PlayStation 2, yeah, like PlayStation 2 has been reigning for decades, bro. Like PlayStation 2 is a monstrous, like that's a god system right there.
Yeah. I mean, have you ever played a Game Boy, bro? Not played that. Nah,
Oh man, speaking about Game Boys, oh man, what I told you about the Nintendo, because as you know by now, I'm a Game Boy fan. Like I mess with Nintendo, but mostly because of Pokemon. Growing up, that was one of my favorite games. Still to this day, was one of my favorite games. I have not played Shield or Sword. I don't even know if it's out as yet. I have not played Eevee or Pikachu. But you know, it's sad. It sucks to me because they're no longer creating any more DS games for the Pokemon franchise. They're gonna strictly focus on the Switch. So it's like with me, I'm like, do I really want to spend money on a Switch just to play these new like Pokemon games? I don't know.
I say so. I don't have a Switch yet, but they have a whole bunch of games that I personally would love, and like I know you will enjoy. Ain't no damn Mortal Kombat, no damn Switch, but the one thing, really? Lies, but I believe you. But one thing about that though is that these controllers are expensive as hell. So yeah,
Bro, that console is expensive as hell. How we going through a
I mean-
hotel and it's still over 300?
I mean, yeah, but the remote shouldn't be $100. Like, that's a whole different ball game. Yeah, the console may be whatever, but the remotes are ridiculous. But before we even get into that, because I wanted to go back to this point, yeah, we should praise Sony, but honestly, we need to call them out too. they fucking had this promo not too long ago that if you were to watch it, it looks like a regular promo. But a lot of artists came forward and said that they end up stealing most of their content from other small creators and developers, which is
So
what you mean so? It's okay when
they
Sony do
winning
it.
at the end of the day.
Wow.
At the end of the day, they still winning. We out
No,
here. You
that's
just got
not-
deboed. That's that.
Whatever.
It's like, yo,
dude.
Sony, what? That was my content. What content?
You're a bully. I
We
can't have
King
this type of
Kong out
nonsense.
here.
No. I'm calling them out. I don't like how they did that. That was distasteful. And like every shot for shot, people were calling out like this is my art from like 2016. I did this
Well,
in
we're
college.
gonna
and blah,
need
blah,
we're
blah.
gonna need the receipts. Where are the Carfax? We got.
Oh, this
the
Carfax.
boo-boos.
Trust me. Too
Where's
bad we
the
don't have full
boo-boos?
edits because I will show them right here, right now. Because it's kind of dirty what Sony did, but whatever.
You know what we need? We need
to steal
papers
from Xbox.
and licenses that was notarized.
We need your
That's the
social
only way
security
you can
number.
win.
We need your car insurance.
We need
No.
your social security, your blood type, your iris code. Sony is out here. Y'all doing y'all thing, man. I don't care about any of that crap. I mean, I would be pissed off too if y'all stole something from me, but I'm not going down that way. You know, like I'm getting my things notarized. I'm having a team of lawyers. I'm getting paid one way or another if it's my creation, my creativity. That's actually why I'm in this little suit thing right now with a specific company I can't really name because of is ongoing right now. But yeah, because they're trying to steal my content from me, yet enforce me to create an entire thing, and then afterwards still try to screw me out of the deal. I'm not with that. But Sony, shouts out to you. And that
Shouts
whole
out to you
team.
for doing the exact same thing that I'm going through right now to somebody else. Nah, but going back to the Nintendo Switch, I really, really wish Sony would steal Cuphead, or at least get the rights to that game, because that's one of the greatest games of all time. And we don't have it.
Not to cut you off, but just because we're on the topic of Sony right now and the greatest times, and especially with the 25th anniversary of Sony, have you heard
Damn, it's 25.
they officially partnered with Xbox? Is that false news, or what's going on with that?
This is the first
I've
of me
heard,
hearing it.
You know, like
Partnered
I
with them in
seen
what sense?
this article about a day or two ago, and it showed a photo of the CEOs from both companies, you know, shaking hands at a conference and etc. You know, talking about that they came together as a partnership. It could have them.
That's like the only thing
However,
I can see them
that's
doing.
still going, you know, moving forward into the future, you know?
Yeah,
And
honestly,
to me, that's a
because
cool play. That's a cool move.
honestly, they're gonna need that type of help because, albeit the Stadia was garbage and it's just a horrible console, in my opinion. If Sony and Microsoft were to band together and kind of like become a super like developer, I guess. I mean, imagine I can have Gears of War, we can have Cuphead. They can literally combine their power together and make the best console they could ever. Nobody can
Can
stop
you
them at
imagine
that?
that?
Point in time.
A God of
Because-
War being played on Xbox?
Can you imagine the crossovers though? Can you imagine that? Like imagine
Like-
playing as like Nathan Drake in Gears of War. Imagine playing like having a skin for Kratos as like Master Chief, or even better yet,
Imagine God of War on PlayStation 4. That just sounds amazing right there.
what?
That sounds.
God of War on PlayStation
Gears
4.
of War?
Oh,
That's like
I just
Gears
said
of
that.
War.
I won't play nothing else. I won't play nothing else. I'll be playing Tekken and Gears of War only. Like that's it. Like that's it, bro. Cuphead. Imagine the crossovers, man. If all we need is a PlayStation All Stars game or a good like kart racing game, because I'm really jealous that Nintendo has Mario Kart, Mario Party. things
Oh,
of that
that's how they
nature. Like,
living right now, bro. They're never gonna get rid of that stuff.
They're never,
They
but,
need
like-
Pokemon. They need Mario. They need they need these basic games to keep the family together, to keep selling. Because without those two basic games, Mario and Pokemon, they're not
No.
selling.
Without Zelda, without Mario, and I would
Bro.
say, yeah, Pokemon. Pokemon's a Nintendo exclusive. Yeah, with Pokemon. Except Pokken Tournament. I think that was on Xbox. But nobody cares about that game. Nobody cares about that game. I just need one of those for us. If we had a party game or a kart racing game, we'll be off for the races. Because that PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale game was kind of garbage. Like, it wasn't all that good. But if we had Microsoft over here too, oh man. It'll be rest in peace Nintendo, rest in peace Google, rest in peace Game Boy. It'll be amazing.
Oh,
But,
so look at this. I just did the Googles. I did my Googles, people. We got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with a 19.01 million copies sold. They're number one right now on the list. And then you got Zelda at number 4 with 14 million sold.
Breath of the Wild, right? Is it?
Say that
Zelda,
again?
Breath of the Wild?
Yeah, Breath of the Wild, yeah.
I need that. I need that game. I really want to try it. It's so good. When that game came out, Horizon Zero Dawn came out around the same time, and what kills me is that, like, I'm sorry, you're wrong. It was not a very good game. It is the greatest game on PS4 right now. Well, single player. I would say single player. To me, it's the best one, because when it comes to single player games, I'm so jaded. I need a multiplayer game. I need to play a game that I can at least play with my friends. But that one right there, amazing. The
I mean,
one?
right now I'm dabbling into Marvel Spider-Man, and I'm loving it right now. I'm loving the combos. I'm loving the web action.
All right, I got you right now, real quick. It's the best original new IP. How about that? Because Spider-Man's, it has its footwork. No matter what, it's a staple. God of War is a staple right now. But Horizon Zero Dawn came out the blue, and it's first of the IP, and it's really good. You see what I'm getting at right now? How about that? Can I get my award real quick? But yeah, how was that
Is
Spider-Man?
Horizon Zero Dawn, is that a PlayStation exclusive? No,
Yes,
right?
it is.
It is? You see, PlayStation, man, they winning out here, bro. They got off the top of my head, I know Until Dawn as an exclusive.
Yes.
Yakuza, that's an exclusive, right?
I don't think so. I think maybe, but I wouldn't be too sure about that. I had to do my Googles on that one.
I don't think I've ever seen Infamous Second Son on any other console
Yeah, that's
other than
exclusive for real.
PlayStation. Ratchet and Clank, that's an exclusive on PlayStation. Uncharted, right? Is Uncharted one?
Yes.
Like, yo, just look at all these exclusives. Yo, I can't even name other
They
than
only got two,
Gears of
bro.
War.
They only got Gears of War and Halo.
Like, yo, y'all gotta work, man. Y'all gotta work, man. I see why PlayStation has won, like, this Guinness record.
They got way more exclusives right now, especially with this.
Way more exclusives.
They
Like,
want
it's insane. Killing the game right now. I'm proud of PlayStation. Man, I was thinking about Star Wars. Star Wars is not an exclusive.
Nah.
Right?
Nah.
But now that we're on the topic of Star Wars, though, I don't think he was in the chat with us the other day, Nino, but Denosis and I, and some other close friends, we were discussing this little issue that Star Wars has been facing in their community right now.
Oh. Wow.
He said, "Oh." I know that you like Star Wars, correct? You're a bit of a fan. I mean, you're more well versed in Star Wars than I am, because I fell asleep twice, and I think that we all went out one time to see one, and I could not get into it, bro. I definitely. I'm talking about that time Ed and I And Denosis
Yeah,
and that, we all
I
went.
fucking, I was like, listen, we gotta go to this movie theater, got recliner chairs, all this other stuff. We get there, my chair, the only one that didn't recline. I was so tight. And they over here
Yo,
complain about my movie and stuff. And I was like, whatever, bro. But yeah, continue.
what do you think about Poe and Finn? Those are the names, right? Those are the names of
Yeah.
those characters. This is Poe and Finn. What do you think about that in that relationship?
hmm They wanted to make them into a sexy man-on-man couple. They wanted Poe to say, Finn, I need you more than my lightsaber. Now let me get some of that lightsaber. But we don't need no more of that, honestly. In the sense of this, I get it. It's a new time. It's okay to be whatever you want to be. And you're right. You can. But stop it. Enough is enough. It's good when you're making the point. It's great when you're showing off that certain elements of being a certain way is alright. But there's absolutely no need for it. It doesn't advance the plot. It doesn't advance the story. It will be a subtle thing that I feel like not a lot of people will care about. It's literally there to get about 2,000 more clicks. It's a publicity thing. Like, that's all that it is. I'm pretty sure of all these people, like, if it was subtle, if they introduced it subtly, great. But if they do anything now, like, oh, it's over. It's over. You done doof. They did that with Overwatch. Soldier 76 was reportedly, like, he was subtly shown as gay. He had a portrait of his husband in, like, one of the frames or whatever. But then when there was, like, a panel or some type of convention, somebody asked him a question. And he was like, yeah, Soldier 76 is gay. And, like, the whole community was, like, in a small uproar, like, what? You can't just be doing this, man. You can't just be doing this. But for the hardcore fans, they're like, oh, he been gay. He been gay. Who's Anna? Oh, yeah. Nah, not her. She's just somebody's grandma. I think Farrah's grandma? She's somebody's grandma. She's like 98, running around with her arthritis.
And speaking of Star Wars, how do you feel about Billy D. Williams?
Oh, please tell me you heard about that. You think Billy D is still dropping the D off after he told women that he's gender fluid?
Watch out!
You still think he's slapping people like I did in the Ike and Tina movie? He's like, I don't care, bro. You back? Huh? I don't know, bro.
But you know, it's funny because I actually went back and read one of the articles about that, and to be honest, he did not say anything about coming out, nothing about being gender fluid. He just basically spoke on how he's in touch with some parts of his feminine sides. That's really that.
Oh.
And people just, you know,
Took that and ran with
blew
it.
it, you know, all out of proportion. Exactly. They just took it and ran with it. You know how people are. You know, that clout chasing.
Gotta get
Clout
some of that
demons
clout,
out
bro.
here.
You gotta get that clout. I gotta get that clout, bro.
Like, they went as far as photoshopping makeup on boy.
On him, just because he said that?
Just because he said that he's in touch with his feminine side. Like, he's also in tune with his feminine side. Like, they went full blown, you know, like, we had a full conversation about this a few days ago. And most of that content would not be spoken, like, allowed right now. But, and that's because I can't share vocals from another person and how they feel. I can only share about how I feel about the situation. And regardless if he did come out as gender fluid or not, I really don't care. Now, I'm not one of those people that say, oh, you know, chase the gay the gay scene, you know, because or the LGBT plus scene, because that's where the money is right now. I'm not one of those people that follows that. If you are part of the LGBT plus community, then kudos to you. You know, just be yourself, be true to yourself and what you are and who you are. Don't just clout chase. Don't just go because you think it's, you know, it's gonna make your name known. Because, as they say, any publicity is good publicity. However, you don't want to get on the bad side of the LGBT. You know, like plus you don't want to get on their bad side, bro. We
Before we
living in
talk about
that
more
cancel.
publicity, Nino, you have to reshare your voice. Apparently, it's not active. It is not active.
Nah, I told you to double check that before we started. Man's just pulling. He's pulling the Fillmore buns.
Don't even talk about that next.
Don't even talk about that. Oh man, and Nino just had a great story about James Franco too. I'm gonna be pissed off if that wasn't shared. So what you would want to do is go to the party settings that you went into the party settings and you checked allow your voice to be shared. What does it say? Does it says allow to for current party? Does it say allow always?
Because Oscar's telling me that he can't hear the third person. Woo! Woo! Double KO! Oh! Guys, I got a double KO. I'm so excited.
You don't want to get on the bad side of the LGBT, you know, like plus you don't want to get on it. Nah, I told you to double check that.
Yeah, your voice is not being shared, brother.
Yeah, bro, I cannot hear your voice at all, bro. I hear that in
Mods
mine.
clean up that chat.
But we're gonna push forward.
Welcome to the King of Iron Fist Tournament 7.
Oh, it must be a small issue somewhere.
Yeah, it must be. But speaking about these technical difficulties, one, we're still in search of a location of a studio, you know, that's still in the makings for off gaming podcast sessions. This way people like Ed and Fillmore Buns, you know, they're not gonna have this technical difficulty. You know,
Man,
we still
I'm not having a technical difficulty. You better get your shit together. It's not me, brother. If your voice is being shared, that means the option for all voices to be shared is on, brother. Speaking of on, should I get Disney Plus? Or should I just keep my money? Like, do any one of y'all even got that?
You said to get what?
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus? Nah. I mean, that's up to you. Cause like me, I did not tune in at all for no Disney nothing. Cause I'm not a Disney guy. I never really was a Disney guy. I was more of a Nickelodeon dude. You know, so do the free trial, man. You know, to just try out with the free trial and see how that goes.
I mean, isn't it? What is The Mandalorian about? Please give me a quick ass synopsis.
Boba Fett, that sounds like a Pokemon.
That's Bulbasaur. Oh.
Oh, is that where that Baby Yoda meme came from?
It's not actually Yoda. It's just a type of his species. Oh. The
Hell
clone
yeah,
area.
cloning Yoda.
The clones, the stormtroopers.
Speaking about clones and aliens, shouts out to XXX Tentacion, rest in
Oh
peace.
man, don't tell me you heard that.
You know
Album.
his final album dropped today,
Yeah, I was gonna tell you about
and
that.
it shares features such as well, first off, it's called Bad Vibes Forever, and it's featured with Lil Wayne, Rick Ross, Joey Badass, Joyner Lucas, Trippie Redd, Tory Lanez, PNB Rock, Blink 182. You know, like it's some good appearances on this album, and I heard that track with Trippie Redd and PNB Rock. It's pretty nice. I like the vibes. I feel it. You know, check that out if you haven't. Shouts out to you and rest in peace. You know,
Well, let me give my little quick ass little bit of review that I did listen to, cause while I was on my way home, I downloaded it and listened up to, I think, the only time I feel alive. And honestly, I didn't like not a song on the album. I mean, School Shooters was okay, but he did this weird thing that after Lil Wayne rap, he was kind of excited to hear X give one more verse or whatever, but he kind of stopped it like pretty early. And honestly, that's it. Like I really stopped listening to this thing after Hot Gal. I was not listening to that. I don't know if these are throwaways. No disrespect to men's. I don't know if these are throwaways. I don't know if these are finished products. I don't know if these are like, are these just like, what are these? Are these things kept in the vault? But I'm not really messing with this dude. The first two songs kind of sound the same. X Bitch and Ugly are like, to me, like a good version of a song and like the bad version of the song. If that makes any sense. Like, I'm not really messing with it. But if you do like the revenge vibes, I think that's the name of the song, Goretta's Revenge, then the whole first 4 songs is you. You're gonna love it. I'm not gonna hold you. The intro was a pretty good intro. But after that, no bueno. But I have a whole extra half of the album that I did not listen to. And I really need to know what Joyner Lucas is gonna say. And Joey Badass better not disappoint me, because he was supposed to be the new king in New York, yet West Side Gun came from Buffalo and is taking over. So he needs to get that shit together. So far, I don't know how I feel about it though. This shit is not flames.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you right now. First off, you should know that it's not a completed set, you know, because the guy, he passed, and most of this I would assume is just markups of just you know, pre-sessions of what he wanted to get done, like what he wanted to promote out and put out there. Another thing, as a person as like myself that loves music and understands how to rate music, you cannot just listen to it once and then base off, you know, have a whole base like opinion about the album. You gotta listen to it more than once to actually get an actual feel, you know. And sometimes you gotta be in that specific vibe to even understand the song that you're listening to, you know. So of course it could depend on the type of person you are. However, that should be a general rule worldwide, to have listened to an album more than once in order to have a general basis on an opinion on how you feel about it. Because
When it comes to
like
lyrics, yes. When it comes to,
you know, but there's like that song that I mentioned about with him and Trippie Redd. The first time I heard it, I'm like, I don't know. The next day I heard it again, and I'm like, oh, all right. Trippie got some vocals, okay. Third time I heard it, I'm like, oh, all right, this is dope. This is cool. I like it so far. This is nice. You know, so it's like, it got growing you too sometimes, but that goes back to, you know, having to listen to it more than just one time. Like, of course, if it's something screaming, you, or whatever, like, nah, I'm just be like, yeah, bro, that's one take. That's good on my half, bro. That's how I feel about it. I have not listened to the entire album as yet, and I've been really busy all day today. I was too focused on different podcasts, like Brilliant Idiots. Shouts out to C the God and Andrew Schultz. You know, but I was gonna give it a listen tomorrow, or even later tonight. You know, because I want to give it a shot. I understand that none of the tracks are actually completed. But yeah, I'm still hopeful for the project. The thing that I don't like is how the management, you know, X's management,
They're doing him so
and
dirty.
not only that, but they, you know, they're kind of messing his legacy up too in a way
Very much
where,
so.
you
They're
know, they're not,
oversaturating the market.
they're
They're
still
extorting
having
this man.
issues with ski mask, and yo, bro, it kind of did hurt my heart, man, to not have ski mask on an album. You know, come on.
I mean, I don't. There's two things about that. I feel like he's doing that out of respect, in the sense of why are we releasing this content? Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's not my word. Like, this is his
Yeah.
stuff, and whoever the estate is doing, I feel like it's really gross. So, in a sense, I'm very glad that I'm not X. I'm very glad that Ski is not on the album. But yeah,
Yeah.
you know, the music in me is like, the fan in me is like, man, I would love to hear that, but
Exactly.
because X isn't here, it does get a little shaky, because I didn't see the Moonlight video, because it's his whole girlfriend who's the one who started the allegations and whatnot, and it's like, why are you doing that? I know you're getting paid for this, and it's like the whole dropping of this album, the documentary, which is a little gray area for me. The music video and this album are like full on, to me, just extortion, versus like the documentary being, I guess, like a good summary of his life. So for those who don't know, can get like a better story for, like, without
Yeah,
listening to the music.
full basis on who he really was as a person.
Yeah, and hopefully it's done correctly or done right, and not
Hopefully,
like,
because you know how those things go, like the Aaliyah thing, like the
yeah,
Aaliyah.
that shit is just, it's just
Yo,
full
Wendy did her
extortion.
dirty.
It's just extortion at
Um,
this point.
yeah, exactly. You know, it's a cash grab. That's exactly what it is, and I feel that's probably what Ski Mask feels as well, which is why he doesn't want to have any parts to do with it. You know, it's just
Exactly. Like, let him pass on. And actually, you know what? He did a really good job at Ski is doing a better job than him, because his latest song, Carbonated Water, he used a sample of the song that they did together. What in Tarnation? What in XXX Tarnation? He used the sample, so he's not using like a whole new vocal track of X. He's just using his quick sample that he used
he's
in
not.
Atlas.
Yeah, he's not manipulating X's voice's audio.
Yeah,
You know,
he's
he's
not
just using
doing
X's pure voice itself.
exactly. He's just like remixing a song, in my sense, which is
And
way
I
better to
appreciate
me,
that.
because they're both on
Yeah.
that song. So it's like like that's more keeping the legacy than this nonsense, because this is 25 songs. I don't know about you, but I kind of got used to people dropping 7 to 10 tracks. Like, you're cutting the fat, you're cutting out the extra amenities or the stuff that you feel like just shouldn't be there. Like, get to the rapping. Action Bronson did it. Kanye's been doing it all his life. Now Pusha T, I prefer that more than his 30 songs, and, you know, Chris Brown in it, because I think Chris Brown did the same thing, but I don't know. It's
Oh, when he
extortion.
put out that whole like 40 track album,
Yeah, like, bro, I'm not listening to 40 songs, bro.
especially if they all sound alike. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not.
I mean, Gucci Mane dropped 9 albums a month, bro, so it's kind of whatever, bro, at this point.
Man, I don't even hear enough on Gucci. The thing about Gucci, like G-Wop, I like G-Wop, but as a person more than as an artist, like as a rapper. And he does have some dope songs, like that. What is that song 10 a.m. on Metro Boomin's album?
That comp album? Isn't that the compilation
Yeah.
album? Yeah.
The compilation album, like that song was dope. I love that one. He's like, the sun ain't even up yet, thinking about a check. Woo! Like that dude is a beast when it came to his song. When it comes to songs like that, that's mad chill. He gets straight to the point. But as far as like some of his old works, like Lemon, you remember that song?
No.
That's a good thing.
It's a good thing you never heard it. It's just, you know, it's a good thing. But I
Nah,
genuinely
but, Gucci, man.
I'm not hip to my man's Iceberg. Guwap. Burr.
Carbonated.
That song is lit. I love that song.
Get ready for the next battle.
I'm posted. Wait. That's my joint. Ski Mask is has yet to fail me yet, except with those melody songs. I'm not really messing with that.
You don't mess with the melody.
No, not at all. So real quick though, I have a couple questions for y'all.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to, we all have this we all know this superhuman over here punches through metal and can fix his own hand. But what like medical things should a man know? Cause you know like you should know how to fix a tire, you should know how to change your car tires or whatnot. But cause I'm looking forward to doing.
Well, if you in the city, you not learning about no type of tires. You taking a train, you hopping the transit.
So even with
That's
that,
just
like what medical things should a man know? Cause I'm really looking into CPR. Cause I tried to be an EMT like 2 or 3 years ago, and I ended up learning how to be a CPR, or I know how to do CPR, but I don't have my certificate and all that stuff. But
yeah, we can definitely do that because I've always wanted like I've had my license in CPR, but mine I think it expired and I lost it anyway. But I
it
would
only
like to
lasts
get
like 2 years, I think, depending on the type that you get.
yeah. See, I had mine when in what 2015, 2016, like a little after the MMA section. But I mean, to me to be a man, it's about you having the ability to learn, like to open yourself up to learning new things.
Oh, not about being a man. What skills should a man know, medical wise?
And, that's a skill to me, being open-minded enough to be able to learn
To even want to begin
something that
to
you
learn
may
it?
not understand, something that you may not know, because we have a lot of men or so-called men in this world that are very hard-headed. Like they can ask you for your professional, advice on something. You can talk to them about it. Women too, and they'll still like not even listen at all to what you're saying, because they think that they're right, and they don't like to be wrong or be told that they didn't get something right. So like when it comes to being that type of man, you want to take that, you want to knock that out, because if you're hindering yourself from learning, you're hindering yourself from growing, and that's a valuable skill to me that a man should have. But in regards to like physical things like certifications, CPR I feel is one of them, because you never know when you might have to save a life. You never know. See, so in that case, he should have let her drown. Like, there's no win-win situation. Maybe he was tonguing her down, and when she woke up, she felt the tongue and didn't like that, so.
Gross. Absolutely insane.
But nah, man. And speaking about pedophiles, nah, I'm not even
Where's
gonna
this
do
even
that to
going?
boy.
Like-
You know what? I'm gonna convert over to George Zimmerman. Y'all heard what happened with George Zimmerman in the Daily News from earlier this week? I mean, he's suing Trayvon family for $100 million.
For conspiracy and defamation. Cause they're conspiracy. They're bro, can someone explain what that is? Like, how do you sue somebody for thinking? Like, excuse me? Am I saying that wrong? But to conspire means to like think. Am I wrong in that?
Man.
So you're suing for that amount of money to the family in which you killed one of their members? For what? He needs to, bro. I'm listen. I never wished harm on somebody and meant it. But
nah, he definitely
he needs to get shot.
Like,
Something needs to happen to dude, because he thinks that he can just do whatever he want. And what gets me tight is that he hasn't been locked up for the other charges he had against like his girlfriend and I think he tried to like punch his girl. He had aggravated assault.
Violence.
Yeah,
Like,
and it's like, why is he still walking? He has fans or something? Like, bro, I don't understand. And he don't even look white. He kind of looks like an Italian Mexican mobster. Yeah, right? He don't look white or Caucasian descent. He kind of look like some ethnicities in there.
But in regards to like the conspiracy, by definition, yes, that is correct. It's a secret plan by a group to do something, unlawful or harmful. to a person. However, he claims he believes there was a conspiracy. He believes, not that there was, he just believes that there was a conspiracy to frame him. And he wants more than $100 million in damages. Now, I don't understand that. I don't understand that. First off, do you believe that they have $100 million to begin with?
Bro, that's not even. It goes. Not even that. Why are you still bothering with them? Why?
Like,
What are they doing to you? What are they doing to you right now? You
I heard that they
you
were
defamed
doing a
your own
documentary.
name by doing what you did.
exactly.
With
Like,
the family
bruh
or not,
chased him
people
down.
know what you've done.
He
Say again?
followed him.
Exactly.
He followed Trayvon, and he murdered Trayvon, and did not serve time. And you want to sue his family? Like, it makes no sense. But I heard about this so-called a screening of a documentary titled "The Trayvon Hoax," in which been canceled, by the way. And maybe that's one thing Zimmerman was trying to talk about. Like, maybe he caught a glimpse of a documentary about what happened to Trayvon, and that's what he believed. That's where he's gathering this so-called conspiracy information that he's believing in. Like, to begin with, this is all allegations, you know.
Any type of sympathy, anything, he needs to go to jail.
He's an endangerment of children too. He's a dangerous person around children. Like, this Trayvon was what, 17 when he got killed, when he was murdered. Wasn't even an adult. He was a minor still, 17.
You know, he got banned from dating sites for also being a danger, like as a threat. That's lit. He can't make a Tinder. He can't use social media. But then, no, you know, I don't know how that works. Cause when I hear that too, I'm like, why can't you just make like a fake email or use it like a VPN or something like that? But I'm not too sure how that works. But I know for a fact, like his main emails or his actual like official stuff has been banned, which is fire. But like, really? What happened to your wife? Did they divorce? Cause who cares if you're banned off that? Why can't they just put this man in jail already, bro? But whatever. I think that's that Florida shit. Had he been over here in New York or something else, like,
Bruh,
I feel like
Florida
it
is losing
way different.
right now. How you
Actually,
murder
better yet,
Tentacion?
if he was anywhere else, he would have got his ass beat.
Exactly.
Screw the jail and all that stuff. He would have got his ass handed to him.
Like, how do you kill Tentacion, but then you got this one guy just going around doing whatever he wants to whomever he wants? Like, man, how is this guy still walking right now? How is he still roaming the streets of Florida? The police out there is locking up Kodak, but they letting George Zimmerman free.
What did Kodak do? He didn't do nothing. He's just breathing, looking too black.
It's crazy, man. I wish the best for Trayvon's family. I understand how the grieving process is still constant till this day, because that's traumatic, you know. Like, that's traumatizing. That would cause somebody to have PTSD as a parent, you know. And then this guy is still bothering you, man. But the guy I wanted to talk about is 6ix9ine. You know, 6ix9ine been coming up in the convo for a bit, and lately, for the last article I've read about 6ix9ine, they say that his lawyers are trying to get him to have a softer sentence, and most likely seeing little to no time in jail for cooperating, you know, complying with the law. Do you think he deserves a lighter sentence for complying with the law?
I mean, in the right of the law, yes, but when it comes to street etiquette, no.
But I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, that whole so-called gang, that it wasn't really a part of, like, it wasn't really his game. I mean, the fact that they kidnapped the boy, held him for ransom, smashed his baby moms, threatened his moms, like, how can that be a game? Why would you be loyal to some people like that? Well, come on. They was basically using him as a means of making some financial gains.
That was the whole point. That was the agreement that they had. you do this music thing and you keep shouting us out to get our name up, which is kind of weird. If you're a gang, why would you want your name up? I always figured if you're doing something like that, why wouldn't you want to do your shit in the dark? So
Word, why
don't
you
get
can't
caught.
be an outlaw? Let's go back.
I don't know, man. It's
You know, but people that they want that clout, you know, they want to be the hottest, they want to be the most known.
But my thing is this, the whole career thing. He still wants to do music.
Yeah.
So is he gonna? Yeah, which is hilarious. Like, you're gonna die, Bucko.
I just want to see who's gonna be his security, because that's gonna be a fun time.
If it ain't Action Bronson, he ain't gonna make it.
Action Bronson. Oh man, you know, I was watching the news the other day, and you know, trying to tune into this whole presidential, you know, election campaign, etc. And there's a lady named Kamala Harris. Have you
Yeah.
heard of her? And she dropped out the presidential race, and yeah,
Low,
like I feel like it's
stats.
because her management didn't have enough funds to keep it going, you know, to keep paying their team and etc. You know, it costs a lot of money to have a team, especially when it comes to supporting a presidential race, a presidential campaign. But I think they were supposed to have like a Q&A or something like that on the 9th, if I'm not mistaken. So the fact that she kind of dropped out right now, you know, so early, you know, because you never know what could have happened. She could have actually came about with some funds. Probably could have got some more sponsors after saying what she has to say, because she was a prosecutor. You know, she guarantees she's still licensed. And I understand how some people, they feel wrong about that. But, I mean, you never know. I mean, we got Trump as president. You know, like you never know what can happen. Most
I
likely,
mean,
and I
honestly,
guarantee it was because he just wanted a name, you know, just to
honestly,
say, oh yeah, I was also president.
in this day and age, though, you gotta remember that us millennials are kind of idiots, and in the sense of like,
Oh yeah, of course.
what I mean by that is, although we're in New York City is a really big ass place, and when I went to go visit upstate, the Caucasian boys and everybody else who aren't of certain ethnic background, they act a certain way in the sense of like, we're just gonna do this dumb shit just cause, and to be like in this time to say, oh, our president is really stupid, let's go vote for him just cause, like, it's a joke to them because you put in the vote and then you can go home and not have to deal with anything, albeit this is the president that you're talking about. And I mean, come on, let's call a spade a spade. Caucasians don't really suffer from most of the shit that the presidency or whatever the hell like rules over, you know what I mean, like
But you know,
taxes and
didn't they
whatnot,
do
stuff
that with Obama though?
in the sense of voting for him because he's just
Voting
black.
for him because he was black.
Black people did that. Yo, why are you voting for Obama?
Some
Oh, 'cause
white
he's
people
black.
too.
Uh,
In fact, most white people voted against him because he was black.
yeah, but then that kills what you just said.
Not really. I mean, you have a group of people that's voting for this person because of the race or color of which his skin is, and then you got another group that's going against him because there's nothing about this had anything to do with what he was talking about getting like pushed, what he wanted to succeed with, you know, what he wanted to get into a project. Like none of his ideas came into any of play at all. It was just about what type of person he was as in a black man.
To
In
be
fact,
quite honest with you, I'm not too well versed in the political aspect because I talked to some people who said Obama, although he was a great speaker and everything, he hasn't really done that much. And honestly, I can't fact check these things in the sense of
but I
I'm
mean,
just a
how
really
you
bad
can't?
American.
Eight
I'm just a really
years
bad
is not
American.
enough.
8 years is not enough at all when you're running the entire country. But that's the thing though. I'm not too well versed. And in that sense, I'm not too well versed in this either. But on the surface level, all that I can really say about like Kamala Harris is that like she must have been saying some absolute real shit, because Bernie Sanders on one hand like was saying the absolute most realist thing, relatable thing that seems plausible that will help us advance. Not only did they like, I don't want to say not fund him, but he wasn't advertised as much as he should. He didn't get the certain things as he should, because we have some ridiculous clown man over here saying some some childish shit. Like, it's not even it's childish. I'm gonna build a wall. I'm gonna do all this nonsense. It's America itself is a child. So when
He
we see
said
this
build a
other
wall
child
around
say these
Colorado.
other dumb
Don't
things,
forget that.
New Mexico, New Mexico. When we see him do stupid stuff like that, the dumbass people will say, you know what? Let's go for him. Nobody really knows anything besides surface level stuff, which is what I love and hate about politics, because everything has to come in line. Your personality, all the way down to your views and everything, it all has to click a certain way. Unfortunately, with Trump, it was just the fact that his personality was bigger than anything else, and that killed America in the sense of, like, most shit. But
do you think Trump is gonna see a second term?
nah. This impeachment thing seems like it's really coming into full effect.
I mean,
But-
I still don't think they have anything on him, boy. And the Kamala Harris lady, you know, she I think she wanted to prosecute him to the fullest extent, like to the greatest amount of her power, and that's probably why she had to drop out too, because she's going against some some powerful people, and you know, money talk. They hide things, you know. I don't know, man. In regards to seeing Trump see a second term, I don't know if that's possible. I don't know if that may happen, but if it does happen, I tell you right now, it's not gonna last. You know, like something's gonna happen. Something bad may happen, and we're gonna see something like Arnold Schwarzenegger becoming president or something. Like Trump, bless you and your ignorance.
Hell no, don't bless
It's
nobody.
what's keeping
Don't
America's.
blessing nobody. Take that blessing back. Take that. Don't. Ew. How you gonna say bless him and then say bunk you to the artist that Sony stole from? Nah, get out of here. Bunk you, Trump. Bunk you too, Sony. Sometimes I love you. Don't ban me. I'm still playing right now. I don't want to play Xbox, Sony. But I don't give that man no damn props. So bless it. I don't bless no damn ignorance. But all I can say is that minorities need to get their shit together when it comes to actually paying attention to politics, because politics is like it's like a terms of agreement service thing. Like, yeah, you read the first page, or you read the terms of agreement, like literally that. You read it says terms of agreement, and then you agreed. All those 800 pages, now you like, yo, why y'all in my house taking up my computer space and in my photos? Because you didn't read the terms of agreement. Yeah, Bernie Sanders is a great dude because he's an old ass dude and he seems like he has a head on his shoulders. But I still have no idea what man's still trying to push. So that's just bad on my part. Just being unaware, uninformed, and ignorant to the most of the situation. Like, this is a big deal. So for those out there, I encourage you to read. You did pass second grade, so I don't want to hear no excuses.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I don't know. I might just move to Canada anyway. Bunk y'all. They got healthcare.
Yeah, I want to go to Canada so bad.
And they got Cinnabons.
And I still want to plan the trip to Amsterdam. That's definitely on the bucket list. Definitely.
I have one more thing to ask and endorse. Tyler the Creator or J. Cole?
Tyler the Creator.
Oh, why? Why, Nino? Please. Okay, wait. Not overall. How about this? Because this is the real debate that I had with Philip. Igor or Revenge of Dreamville 3. Thank you. That's all I needed to know. That's all I needed to know, because my whole... Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Thank you. That's all I need to know, bro. Because this is how I view it. Like, that's going up against Revenge of the Dream Chasers or whatever it's called for Grammy or whatever, like album of the year. And my only problem I have with that is, there's a whole streaming thing that goes into that, because Middle Child is on the album, which is a J. Cole song, and like the only J. Cole song on there. So all the streams they have for Middle Child goes to that album. So if that album sold 100,000, if the song sold 100,000, then so does the album, which is nonsense. Cause who the hell is Guap Dad 4000? Like, You shouldn't win no album because this whole thing is a compilation album. You know what I'm saying? Like that shouldn't win album of the year to me. Tyler put his hard work into this concept album that actually has like depth to it versus like 17 niggas on one song rapping about I took your girl and her AP. Like, so what, bro? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's my whole beef. In the sense of Tyler versus J. Cole as an artist or whatever, I don't know. That's a whole debate that I don't want to have right now, but I'm just glad you said
Man, Tyler is the gayest straight bisexual you'll ever meet. Tyler is amazing. I love his sound. I love his work. J. Cole, likewise, I love his sound, I love his work. But in the means of today's era, you know, I don't know, man. It's kind of tough because it just doesn't fit too much. You know what I mean? You get what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't fit too well in all age groups.
What, Igor or the J. Cole?
No, J. Cole. Just J. Cole and his music. Like, he has some bangers, he has some good songs, some cool songs. But it's too sophisticated, and you know, like as you said earlier, these millennials, you know, us millennials, we're kind of dumb, you know, and we don't really want to listen to some deep, inspirational stuff like that when it comes to J. Cole and his music. I mean, at least speaking for the majority, because there's a small group that does love J. Cole and his sound, and may choose it over Igor. But as far as my concern, all three of us, we agree Igor all the way.
Like it's different in the sense of mainstream, but it's like Tyler's evolution, which is amazing to me. It's controlled. It's vulnerable in the sense that he's never been before. And it's like it's so many different things, and I am a Tyler stan, so I'm kind of a little jaded. But and I have to disagree with you on that whole J. Cole thing being a little too sophisticated. I think he's fake sophisticated in the sense of people really fuck with the idea of being surface level woke, or in the sense of wow, you know how to cross the street, bro. You might as well just be the president. Like J. Cole hasn't said anything that's so like, wow, that's perspective, or that's different to me.
The fact is, he says basic things that we should all already know, but he brings it up in times where it's like nobody really wants to know it. Nobody wants it to be exposed to them. You know what I mean? So that was my reasoning behind that.
So you will see it as his thing is he has really good timing,
or really poor timing.
Ah, I like what you did there. I'm about to lose. I lost. I got perfected on trying to talk to y'all. I'm hurt. But nah, yeah, I totally agree with that one because Kendrick's been saying these things and better, exactly. And it's just like I don't know, bro. And yo, this is my last thing on J. Cole. That I don't care what we talk about after that. I let my mom listen to 2014 Forest Hill Drives, and her favorite song is a song called Apparently. Now, apparently in the first half or the first verse is great. It's him talking about his love for his mom and how he's been traveling and all this other nonsense, right? Great, boom. The beat is very melodic, it's smooth, it's calm. The second verse is him talking about a threesome and him talking about how he's got money and stuff like that now and some other nonsense. My biggest beef with that is the weird change. You went from a nice, calm, subtle flow and being relatable and heartwarming to like a humble bragging thing, and it was weird to me. I'm like, Mom, you like this? You don't hear this? You're not listening to the lyrics? She's like, what are you talking about? I like he's talking about having a threesome. She's like, what are you talking about? I said, you're not listening to the song, huh? You're not listening. So my biggest beef with J. Cole is the fact that he's kind of inconsistent, even within the music itself. And that's mainly it. So until this man shows some form of real consistency, and I guess he has shown it because Middle Child is great, and some of the stuff on that Vile Mentality and I forgot the album after that was more consistent. But I need a real and KOD was fantastic. But I don't know. He still hasn't hit it on the mark yet for me.
But I do believe he should have had a Grammy by now at least.
Yeah,
Like,
definitely.
he has
Like
been overlooked, and that sucks.
people like him, Childish Gambino, Tyler, when they say that they self-produce and they do all this work and they actually take years at a time to actually craft the project, yeah, definitely they all need their form of praise or some form of reward. Because
But
it's
it
not
has
that
to be good
it's
too.
not.
It's not that you just did this type of work for years
Of
on and
course.
it has to have some type of content. It has to have some type of soul. It has to be good.
Yeah, some form of recognition, yeah, but to get the reward, yeah, you gotta do something crazy. That's why I think Igor should really do it, because back when 2017 happened, and shout out to Philip, you bum ass, I told you to listen to 444 years ago. When 444 was going against Flower Boy, I was like,
Four
Flower
for
Boy's
four. They're about to
aight.
pull up. They're about to pull up with a 4 for 4.
Shut up. Wendy's order. When that came out, I was like, Tyler, you kind of missed it on the mark. Like, not J. Cole, Jay-Z. 444 was it. Whatever came out that year, bunk you. Jay-Z dropped 444. Like, that was concept. Everything was great. But, like, come on, bro. They need some form of award for something in the sense of doing that. Like, yeah, certain people who drop projects on their own and produce it and everything, it's still trash.
Yeah.
Brockhampton, I mean, they're a group of people, but I still consider them as one person because they all have to agree on it. Great album, but they not like, yo. You know what I'm saying? They're not Grammy yet. They not, yo, guys, you gotta go bunk this. You know what I mean? It's not there yet.
Yeah.
So, Guap Dad 4000's gotta step his game up.
But guys, before we head out, because it's about that time, we wanted to do some shout outs to Miguel Rodriguez. I just got your email before the podcast started. Would y'all like to hear what he had to say?
Nah, bunk him, man. Nah, of course, bro. What the hell?
So let me open up this email by this generous human being, or whatever you prefer to be known as. We love all of you. He says, keep doing the show. I'm loving it so far. I wish you all the best in your current time and future. Beautiful words. Beautiful words, and we appreciate that. Shouts out to Sion C. I'm not gonna say the last name because the first 2-3 times I said it, people kept trying to cut you, bro. They try to come at you, bro. But shouts out to you. Oh, happy belated birthday to Jay-Z. Speaking of 444.
Yes.
His birthday was
4.
his birthday was early in this week. Shouts out to you. Happy birthday, belated birthday. Sorry for those who that couldn't hear Nino. We will fix this issue soon. Incidentally, thank you for tuning in. Follow us on YouTube, The Vapors Crew. Send the love, questions, nudes, whatever.
Send the nudes to esmax7@gmail.com or my phone number. I will post it when you send the email. Follow us on YouTube at Eugene
send all that
Follow. Go to Instagram as Negro Ketchup. No joke. Snapchat Eugene Denosis. YouTube Eugene Denosis. Email. I'm not playing about those nudes though. You can send them. You can send recommendations, send topics, send all kinds of things. Send your support. No donations yet because I got a job. I'm losing next week. Send those later. Buy cheeseburgers. Strawberry peach lemonade is always recommended and acceptable. Have a good night out there. Stay black, Mexican. Do parkour because these walls might be coming anyway. You know what I'm saying? Do CPR. Hug your mom.
Stay
And
in
wash
school,
your feet.
kids.
Wash your feet because when I invite people over, you gotta take off your shoes, bro. And wash your feet, please.
It's smelling
Females,
like what Biz Marquee
y'all
looked
stay
like.
tuned.
You getting kicked out.
females, I'm sorry, but y'all, just because you sprayed it with some Fenty perfume or whatever, don't mean I can't smell that. You
gonna
ever
say you got
Febreze some
the
trash? Well, your feet smell like ash. So do that. Yeah, I'm done. I'm out. I'm out. Yeah, y'all can sign out too.
Don't forget the Vapors Crew at gmail.com. Check out our Spotify. We will upload soon on SoundCloud, and we're out.
Deuces, bro. Stay black out here. Stay black.